Christy and I stood with Joe at the World Cup draw announcement, which now feels a long time ago, with all that's gone on the last week or so. And Joe was reasonably emphatic without completely closing the door 100%, wasn't he, Christy? And look, I wonder if this news will just kind of expedite that kind of process, or put that front and centre for Rugby Australia now, that this development across the Tasman, that, hang on, if Joe walks completely in August 1 later this year and pops up in New Zealand, 6 weeks later, I mean, certainly they will not want that to happen, Christy. Do you imagine those conversations are going on at RA board level now?
You'd like to think so. My long hunch has been that New Zealand rugby for 14 months, certain people, not the previous administration, the Mark Robinson administration, but the power brokers behind that, and there's always significant people, have wanted to get Joe Schmidt back, and that hasn't changed. So I still think they're desperate. There's a suggestion perhaps that Joe Schmidt isn't necessarily on a hard contract at the moment, that it might be a roll-on sort of thing at the moment. I think that Joe Schmidt will probably honour and see out his role with Rugby Australia throughout July. I've heard bits, and it was interesting you said, Napes, before around could Joe Schmidt be a director of rugby? That's the sort of role that I've heard that perhaps that he could go into. I don't think that would happen overnight. I think they would get the head coach in. There'd be a little bit of space, and then perhaps by the end of year tour for New Zealand, that perhaps that's a better opportunity for Joe Schmidt to go in at that point.